I started to meet Tracy.
Oh, yes. Right. I'm not sure about next week. I should think it'll be all right, but I'm not sure.
You'll phone me then, will you?
Sorry. I thought I'd just get rid of some of this lousy paperwork. Next minute, it's 6:30. Have I messed you up?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Don't worry about it.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's been a good day, actually. Very peaceful.
Yeah. It's paperwork. I love it.
Wait.
Oh.
I was going to do some sheets and towels and stuff, but the machines aren't working.
Oh. Right. I meant to phone the bloke yesterday. Thanks for reminding me. I'll do it tomorrow.
Anyway, I did a couple of things by hand.
There's no need for you.
No, I'm here. Might as well make myself useful.
Thank you, sir.
I've left everything ready for you, and any problems, same as usual. And if you like that thing, it's another 50p on me. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Which is the most recent, would you say?
This one. It's from the school, you know, the photograph they do every year. I mean, this one makes her look nicer, you know, her hair and everything. She's got really nice hair, but...
Yeah, thanks. Right, Mrs. Uphill, we've got all we need, thank you. We'll start things rolling and you stay by your phone, so as soon as we find her, we'll let you know.
And of course, if he does come back here, you'll let us know, won't you?
We'll see ourselves out, all right.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Duty sergeant about, is it?
Just having his breakfast, sir.
Have him come up and see me, will you?
Ah, Sergeant Wells. Come in. Nothing on the girl, I suppose?
No, sir.
It's been 16 hours. It's too long. It's far too long.
Well, 16 hours of darkness, sir. We need the daylight.
Is Detective Inspector Frost in the briefing room?
No, sir, he hasn't arrived yet.
He doesn't know there's a briefing, does he?
Oh, I imagine so, yes, sir.
What do you mean you imagine, sir? Either he does or he doesn't.
Yes, sir, he has been informed. It might be something to do with his wife, sir.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Sergeant.
Your responsibility is to me, not to good old Jack Frost.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Traffic was all over the place. It's all right.
Yeah, okay. Woke up twice, that's all.
Right.
Thanks. I'll give you a call. Prescription.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please sit down.
Good to see such a full turnout. Someone opened the window. Well, I won't keep you long. We're not short of help, for which I thank all concerned. But what we are short of is daylight. We've got woodlands, lakes, a canal, gravel pits, derelict houses, builders' sites, you name. 1,001 places where a child could be concealed. So we shall need to be methodical, not haphazard. Which is why I put Detective Chief Inspector Allen in charge of the operation. And as he's in charge, I shall now shut up and let him take it.
Right, time's against us, so I'll be brief. Mrs. Palmer? Good morning, Miss Palmer. Stent police about your car. You'd be glad to hear we found it. On the new estate. No damage at all. Joyriders, I should think. Anyway, if you like... No, just you. No need for your husband to... Well, any time you like. And if you could bring a spare set of keys. I'll be with you in a minute, sir. No trouble at all, Mrs. Palmer. That's right, any time it's convenient. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that, sir. What can I do for you?
Sergeant, I'm Barnard. Detective Constable Clive Barnard. I have to report to Superintendent Mullet at 9 o'clock.
Right, D.C. Barnard. The Chief Constable's nephew.
That's right, Sergeant. Chief Constable's nephew.
Well, Superintendent Mullet's tied up at the minute. I'll tell you when he's free.
Nice suit he's got on.
Very stylish.
To measure, I bet.
What's Mullet doing here this time of day? There was a briefing on a missing kid. You were phoned about it last night. This is cold. He wants to see you, Jack, as soon as I've had a decent cuppa. As soon as you come in, he said. Yeah, well, I haven't come in yet, then, have I?
I've been reading your file. Most impressive. I see you're studying law. Couldn't do better, certainly did me no harm. If I can help you in any way, lend you any books. They're all here, as you can see.
Thank you, sir. I'd appreciate that.
Good.
I'm looking forward to working under Mr. Allen. I've heard very good things about him.
Yes, well, there's been a slight change of plan, I'm afraid. Chief Inspector Allen is in charge of our missing girl inquiry. Well, you wouldn't know about it, of course, came in last night. As you can imagine, he's up to his eyes at the moment, so as a purely temporary arrangement, I do stress it is temporary. I'm putting you with Detective Inspector Frost. Now, I know you'll find him a very experienced officer, not as punctilious as Chief Inspector Allen, perhaps, but as I say, very experienced in his own way, and I might say that your uncle has a very high opinion of him. Very high indeed. He being our, local hero, so to speak. Do you see much of him, you? Your uncle?
Thank you very much. Sorry about the briefing.
You know what's going on here?
Yeah, George filled me in. It's not good. Should have found her by now.
Well, go and have a word with the mother, will you? Here's their report from last night. And Jack, when you've seen her, put it in writing, OK?
Paperwork, aren't they? I'm up to here with it.
In writing.
Your stomach's still playing up, is it?
Oh, blasted it.
Yeah. Well, take my tip. Avoid fatty foods.
No, no, Jack.
No.
How are things at home?
Not good.
Take some leave. Go on, why don't you?
All right, do, Jim. Just sit there and stare at her all day. I do enough of that as it is. The truth is, I can't handle it. As long as I know she's all right. Washing machine. Washing machine. Hello. Who are you?
D.C. Barnard. I was told to report to Detective Inspector Frost.
Oh. What?
To work with him.
Well, you can stop answering that phone then, can't you? Go on.
Detective Inspector Frost's office, D.C. Barnard speaking. Yes, sir. Yes, he is. Right, sir. Right. He wants to see you. Straight away, sir. Sorry.
A word of advice, son. Well, 2 words. 1, never tell Mr. Mullet that I'm in the office. And 2, never wear a suit that you wouldn't be happy letting a drunk be sick over.
Come in!
You wanted to see me, sir?
You went to the briefing. Why was that?
No, I was unavoidably detained, sir.
Ah, I see.
My car wouldn't start.
I've had yet another complaint from HQ.
Oh, really, sir? What's it about this time?
Yet again, you're late with the monthly crime figures.
Funnily enough, I was working on those last night.
Get them sent over straight away.
No, I would, sir, but unfortunately I've left them on the kitchen table.
Have it done this morning.
Ah, yes, well, this morning I thought that you'd prefer me to try and help find this little girl who's...
Don't push it too far, Jack. Chief Constable's blue-eyed boy or not. Just don't push it too far.
No, sir.
What's your name, sir? Right. Ooh, live, is it? Right, well, you drive, live. Go on.
So she'd gone to the club next to St Mark's?
She goes every week.
Right.
They play games and things. Ping pong and stuff. And afterwards, I always meet and we go for a hamburger. Sometimes we go to pictures. Depends what's on, you know.
Mm-hmm. 3:30, you say?
Sorry?
You told the officers last night that you meet at 3:30.
Yeah, I mean, that's usual. This week something happened and I was late. I went everywhere I could think. I phoned all her friends and everything.
What about her father?
Doesn't even know I had her.
Oh, so you brought her up on your own then?
Just have to get on with it, don't you? Anyway, she's mine. I love her.
So it's not really Mrs. Uphill, that's just for the neighbours, like the ring.
Just easier, that's all.
Well then, Linda, if we could just have a quick look round. Just a quick look round her room, that sort of thing. We won't make a mess, I promise. All right, Linda, love? Yeah. You know, I could swear that we've met somewhere.
No.
We have. Just can't place it. Come on, don't hang about. We haven't got all day.
Where would you like me to start?
Well, why don't you take a look in the kid's room? Only don't let me catch you playing with her toys. There's a good boy.
Go. You can't really believe she's here, sure.
I can believe anything, Constable, and one day so will you, if you last that long.
There's nothing there.
Bathroom? Nothing. Had much trouble getting that off, did you? When did we first start using the word condom?
When do we walk?
Well, in my day, it was contraceptive, a Johnny. Buy me and stop one. Suddenly it's a condom. Funny, isn't it?
What are you doing? What are you
Just
doing?
a few more questions, Linda. All right.
You think she's dead, don't you? You think I killed her?
Sit down, Linda, love, please.
My God, you do, don't you? You think I killed her?
Truth is, no, I don't. But these things have to be done. You see, the thing is, Linda, people do kill their kids. Nice people, loving people with beautiful kids, and they kill them.
Sorry.
That's all right. Why were you late? I mean, you said you were late meeting her.
I was just late.
I wonder why she didn't come back here. I mean, you would have thought she would have come back here. Unless, of course, you'd had a row or something. Was that what it was, Linda? Had you had a row?
No. There was someone here.
Someone? What someone?
Just someone.
Friend, you mean a friend?
Yes.
Girlfriend?
No. Not a girlfriend.
Oh, you had a man here. Well, there's no crime in that. What was his name, this man?
I don't know.
How many are there, Linda? Men whose names you don't know.
Some. Not many.
Regulars?
If you like.
And he's your Sunday man. Which is why you want her out of the house and why you tell her not to come back until you go and fetch her. But this week, something happened.
He was late. Usually he's here at 2 o'clock and gone within the hour, so I've got plenty of time. But yesterday's train was late or cancelled or something. His name's Farnham, something like that. He's a teacher over at Cranford. I'm not a slag, you know, whatever you're thinking. I am not a slag.
Is there anyone who can stay with you? A relative or someone?
No, thank you.
I've remembered where it was. You're on the checkout at the supermarket where I did my shopping.
Part-time. That was all he could give me.
So, she's on the game then?
A semi-pro, I think you call her.
A rose by any art you don't approve. Well, I don't believe in paying for it.
No, I mean her.
Well, bringing up a Cuban and that must be like that. Wonderful.
Well, there's a lot like her nowadays. Even in a place like this, I could name you a couple of dozen. And not just the likes of her either. I mean, respectable, middle-class ladies. Keen for little extras in life. Times are hard, Clive, my son. Try and be a bit more charitable. You sell what you've got available. I'll tell you what, though, she's nicked my bloody fags. Should have turned right there, by the way. Didn't I say?
How do you live with the knowledge that your kid might be dead? How do you live on?
No, son, you just do. I'll give her a white berth, by the way. Get within 4 feet, she'll eat a weenie mirror.
Who's that?
That's old Annie. Annie Stephanopoulos, Annie the cat lady. Yeah, she goes everywhere on that old bike of hers, looking after stray cats. She feeds them, nurses them, takes them down to the vets, and has their what's-its chopped off.
Oh, yeah, they put you with old chap then. How are you making out?
Yeah, he's okay.
You can say goodbye to your sex life, I can tell you that much.
D.I. Frost has a reputation for keeping long hours.
Oh. P.W. Wallace, D.C. Barnard, Clive.
Hi.
Chief Constable's his uncle.
Yes, love. What can I get you?
3 teas, please, love.
But you're not saying she's in any pain, no? Do you want me there when the doctor comes? Oh, it can be. I mean, of course it can be. Well, I don't know. It won't be early. We've got this missing girl thing. You're a sweetheart, thanks. Oh, and there should be a brown manila file on the kitchen table. Be your love and put it on the stairs where I won't miss it, will you? Ta. And you will let me know if anything happens. Yeah. Thanks, bye. Oh, shit, washing machine.
Sergeant Johnson says to tell you they've checked the local weirdos, and the only one they can't lay their hands on so far is Michael Hoskins.
Sick Mick. Who'd want to lay hands on him?
Well, apparently he hasn't been home all night.
Oh, his mum will be pleased. Give her a chance to change the sheets. What is this?
Beef.
Beef? Talk about rare. It's still moving. Come.
Bit of luck with the bloke, Gov.
Hmm?
Barry James Farnham. Lives at Leffington, teaches English at Granford High.
Thanks. Mr. Farnham. Sorry to trouble you, sir. We're from Denton CID. Detective Inspector Frost, D.C. Barnard. Just a quick word, if that's all right, sir.
Might I see your identification?
Absolutely, sir. Quite right, sir. Constable, show the gentleman your nice new warrant card.
What's it all about? Can't be my car. I don't drive one.
No, just a few questions, sir. That's all.
Why couldn't you wait until I got home?
Because we were told that you were here, and because the nature of our inquiries means that we can't waste time pissing about with niceties. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
You know a woman called Linda Uphill, Mr. Farnham? 17 Selsdon Avenue, Denton.
No.
Well, we understand you have a business arrangement with her.
I'm sorry, you must be mistaken.
She says that you were with her yesterday afternoon. Now, in view of what you're saying, she must be lying. So if you come back with us, I'm sure we can get it sorted out. Off we go, then.
All right. Yes, I do know her. What's happened to her?
Why should anything have happened to her, sir?
Well, women in her position.
Women in her position. Very nicely put, Mr. Varnum.
It's not her, it's her daughter.
Tracy?
You know her?
No, but Linda talks about her. She's very proud of her.
And she's very worried about her, sir. You see, the kid's gone missing. Now, you left Mrs. Uphill at 3:30, is that right, sir?
Yes, usually it's earlier, but...
You didn't see the child at all?
No, why should I? Linda is always very careful to keep her family life quite separate from...
You left the house and you went straight to the station?
No, I had to visit my aunt. I go there every Sunday for tea after I've... She lives in the senior citizens' bungalows on the Southern Housing Estate.
Your Sundays are one long round of pleasure, aren't they, sir? First to spot a naughties at Shea Linda, then tea with your auntie. No wonder your skin's in such good condition. The address.
Now look, you won't go around worrying her. She's an old lady and her heart's not too good.
I specialise in old ladies with weak hearts. Have no fear. How are they doing? Keeping up to scratch, are they?
Yes, they're rather good this year.
Must have a good teacher then, eh?
I try.
Worth money in the bank. Good teacher. Eh?
It's getting a bit dark now, though. What do you reckon?
Yeah, all right. Call them on.
Okay, Sergeant, knock it off.
It's a perforated ulcer. He'll be away at least a month. So it's over to you. I'll look after the PR side, press, TV boys and so on. Now you're in charge. I don't expect you to be doing house searches yourself. I want you here, controlling the operation.
Filling in the bloody forms.
Completing the necessary paperwork. But make sure to go easy on the overtime. Oh, with a blasted helicopter and so on, I'm bursting the budget as it is.
I'll try not to let them take advantage of me, so...
Advantage is only taken when it's allowed to be taken. You can tell them that I shall personally be checking the figures.
Yes, sir.
How's young Barnard shaping up?
He'll do.
Don't teach him too many shortcuts.
All right, that's potential. Thank you. That's enough of the old moody. If you think you're going to get it any easier, you're mistaken.
Give us a kiss, then.
Wait.
Sorry, guys.
Oh. OK, fill me in. How much have you covered?
The blue symptoms.
What side ticks have you, huh?
15. But only one of them sounds promising. It's a bloke in a car. He's pretty certain he saw her walking away from St Mark's with a man and a woman. Now, the woman was wearing a white fur coat, a bit flashy. That's what made him notice.
You've not been to that club again?
It doesn't open until 7, go.
All right, well, I'll do that. What about Sick Nick?
No go.
We'll try the public library. It's nice and warm in there. He's trying to educate himself. Hey, no, come on, £1 we said.
£1 for the game, £1 for the information.
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. Come on, double or nothing. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Sorry about that, son. No point in frightening the poor little darlings by going in mob-handed. What's it? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go to... Oh, damn! Still in the Washington. 108 Ranley Road.
What's at 108 Ranley Road?
14-year-old racing certainty by the name of Mary Louise Harding. Tracy's got a thing about her, apparently. Thinks she's the bee's knees. And according to Top Spin Charlie back there, Mary Louise's mum has got a white fur coat.
That poor woman, my heart bleeds for her. If anything happened to Mary Louise, I think I'd kill myself. You will excuse me getting on, won't you? The all-area finals on Friday.
I haven't seen you on Come Dancing, have I?
Similar. Very similar. Stop looking so dreary, darling. There's a good girl. Yes. God alone knows I don't get much pleasure since her father took to the continent. He's in heavy vehicles, you know. Seldom where he should be. Which is why I'm partnered by my second cousin Leslie. Clean your mind and wash your mouth out.
Oh, that reminds me, no chance of a cuppa, is
But
it?
of course. Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee would go down a treat, wouldn't it?
There's a good girl, Mary Louise.
Thank you.
Use the Bolivian and the cups, not those dreadful mugs.
And it was Leslie you were with all yesterday afternoon, was it?
That's right. Practising over at Bishop Stortford.
On second thoughts, I think I prefer tea. That's all right. Stay out, tell her. You borrowed your mother's coat, didn't you?
How'd you know?
By the look on your face.
So?
So, why didn't you tell us that you'd seen Tracy last night?
What do you think?
Because your mother would give you stick over the coat.
Well done.
Now, you listen to me, my girl. There's a little kid out there who could be dead, so listen to your lip, and you tell me what happened now.
Look, she's always hanging around me. Like I'm a sister or something. I mean, it gets on my nerves. I had a date with this bloke. He's older than me. And quite a bit older, actually. So that's why I borrowed her rotten coat and some of her underclothes as well, if you must know. Anyway, we're walking past the church. She's standing there. Tracy is. She wants to know where we're going, so I say to her, none of yours. We look round and she's following us. Well, he got really shirty and started blaming me, but what could I do? She's always doing it. Following me around. Anyway, finally we managed to get rid of her. I didn't see her anymore.
Whereabouts was this?
In the old woods.
Oh, now we know, don't we?
for the organ time, will you?
Done that. Wash mash. Washing machine. Remind me to ring them first thing in the morning. Oh, this is it. Get onto HQ and find out what percentage the crime figures are up. Sort out last month's return, add whatever they tell you, and bung it in for this month. It's all right, I'll sign it. I'm the one carrying the can. They only shove it all in their bloody computer anyway. When you've done that, pick me up in the canteen.
You won the George Cross then? I mean, I knew someone from this division had. Well, I mean, how often does a copper win the George Cross?
It's all right, son. No need to get embarrassed. I'm not the only one who can't believe it. It was me for a start.
You got shot, didn't you?
Twice. Once in the chest, which was very nasty, and once in the head. Luckily, it went straight through my brain, so it didn't do any damage. Oh, yes, I'm famous now. Every time I get a mention in the paper, like local detective sods up court case, they put a little footnote in about my medal. Why do you think your uncle loves me so much? I did most of my courting in these woods. I lost my cherry, now come to think about it. Under a crabapple tree, with the vague assistance of a young lady called Beryl Parkinson, who used her Mac, her being in the Salvation Army. Where does this lead?
To the quarry.
Right, first light when it's searched. Get it organised with you, Arthur. Come on, son, bring it with you.
Oh, Arthur. Yes, Jack.
Get a WPC to meet me at Mrs. Upton's, will you?
Right.
Sewed a name in for school. Didn't stay on 5 minutes.
I wish I had something better to tell you than to love, but...
I know. Here, I've got your fags.
Look, I think it might be a good idea if I asked the WPC here to stay the night with you.
No. I've been on my own since I was 15. I'll be all right, I promise you.
Okay.
You just have to believe the best, don't you?
George Toole says to tell you he's checked out Mary Louise's boyfriend, Philip Carey. He's her mother's ex-dancing partner, would you believe?
Would, I would.
He was threatening cops, but George is pretty sure he's in the clear. He was back home with Mother 10 minutes after dropping off Mary Louise.
Right, thanks. Not good, you said?
No, it's been bad. She's been saying something about someone called Billy.
Yeah, that's me, Billy. Bill, William. She always insisted on calling me by my right name.
Something about a holiday.
Yeah, we were supposed to be going to see her sister. She lives in America. A place called Johnstown.
Will you cup of tea before I go?
Thank you.
Jack, I don't think it's going to be long.
There you go.
Thanks. You wouldn't fancy a cup of coffee, I suppose?
I don't think your landlady would approve.
No.
I don't have a landlady.
Morning, Gov.
What time do you call this?
Call this away?
Overslept, did we?
Well, no, Gov, but I mean, as we didn't finish till late.
You don't
tonight.
finish till it's finished, Constable. Besides which I get lonely. Taste that, I think the milk's off. I had a fag last night, only one, but I'm not pleased with myself. What's this? Check on you, what's that mean?
Foreigner. He said he was with his aunt.
Right, okay, here you are. You take the car and go and be nice to Auntie. Then I want you to come and meet me in the woods. Oh, there's an offer, eh? Did you bring your boots? No, of course you didn't. See if you can get hold of some. Come on.
Chance is covering it in less than 2 days, Jack. By which time, even if she did just wander off, she'll be in bird's eye country, follow the car.
So Randy's place then, will you check that out?
Yes, yesterday. There's nothing there but her bloody cats. She must have been out collecting more of them. Right, what a time.
I was told it's the VIP suite. Morning, gents. Anything for me?
Sorry, Stanley, I'm not allowed to talk to members of the press. Strict instructions from Oberleutnant Mully.
So you got the divers out?
I haven't got anything past him, can you? He's got an eye of an eagle.
Well, now I've taken the trouble to come. I hope she's in there.
So the Green Party's been having a picnic again?
They found a Sainsbury's trolley at Malaga Airport last year. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, gents? I'm off. George, keep in touch. OK, Gov. Spot on, son. You must be psychic. No, don't get out. Get your nice suit all dirty.
Seen Auntie? He was there when he says he was. He's so good to me, she said. He never misses a week and he's always starving when he gets here.
Cross him off, do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon, Gov.
Yeah, he's never much of a contender anyway. Off we go.
Where to?
Oh, back to the ranch. Oh, hang on. Let's go and have a word with Annie.
Why you ask?
How many more times, Annie? Because she's gone missing.
No.
You didn't see her, right? Fine, that's all we need to know.
Why for you not stopping them from here all the time? Why you say children are so special? It's special for to come to my house and call me names. It's special for to throw stones, for to hurt God's creatures.
Right. Well, any of the others here on Sunday, children, and a simple yes or no will do, and I don't want a bloody lecture.
Not children. Give me a pound.
Give her a pound, son.
What for?
Cat meat.
She's as nutty as a fruitcake. And the state of that kitchen. Oh, look at them, they're covered in rotten cat hair.
Well, I keep telling you about that, Stu.
We've got Mickey Austin's stuff. Good. You were quite right. He was in the library, under unusual interests. Anyway, we've had a chat. You're going to love this. He says he couldn't have been molesting the girl here in Denton on Sunday afternoon because he was molesting the girl at the Century Cinema over at Lexington. I phoned the local Nick and it checks. They've got a complaint logged at 5:30.
Enough to spread it about a bit, didn't he, Michael?
Jack, telephone, urgent.
All right, thanks. Just what we bloody well need. All right, let's have a look at the rest of it. Don't stand there gawping. You're supposed to be looking for a little kid. Come on, Arthur, sort them all out.
Hey, come on, you lot, get on with it.
The doctor's on his way, sir.
The doctor? Oh, yes, we're not supposed to presume death, are we? Arthur, get his chest uncovered in case our medical genius wants to use his stethoscope.
Who's in charge here? Ah, Jack. I might have guessed.
Hello.
You had to find a body in an out-of-the-way hole like this. I picked a day the sun was shining. Well, let's have a look. He called me a bit late, I'm afraid. Not earlier, I could have saved him.
I know, I tried to give him the kiss of life, but he stuck his fingers up my nose. Right, come on then, Doc. Time of death.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. Years, 10, 20, perhaps even longer. You need to check the forensic boys. Half an arm and a rusty chain. Well, I love it. I must leave you. I'll let you have my report.
Report? What report? You haven't done anything.
What the pathology? Looks like rain. Hey, he's paid more than I am. Bye.
Bye.
Jack.
Yes. Well.
Were there any plane crashes in this area during the war?
I've no idea why.
Well, it looks to me like the sort of box they used for confidential dispatches. You know, chained to the courier's wrist. I wondered if he might have been thrown out of a plane blown out or something. Could be worth checking.
Why not? Got nothing else to do.
Hello? Hello?
Mrs. Hubbell,
Yes?
if you want to see your daughter again, give £2,000 in US notes. Wait by your phone for instructions. One word to the police, and she's dead.
Nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. Everything rottable had rotted, so all we're left with is the metal objects. Here we have the zip from his trousers, a couple of buttons. Here's what's left of his watch, wristwatch, cheap palette movement, nothing of particular interest. few coins.
Oh, yeah. Dated when?
The latest is this 2-shilling piece, 1961.
Oh, well, bang goes your theory, Clive.
I'm sorry?
Constable here, an idea that he might have been killed during the war.
Oh, I see.
What about these?
2 small desk keys. Don't know what this larger one is, and a flat piano. Presumably a house key, but no number, I'm afraid. Or maybe it's surprisingly good condition, as you can see.
But no car key?
None found, anyway.
And what are these?
The remains of tacks from his shoes.
I see. Right, well, you've given us our starters. Now, what about the main course?
The what?
The box.
Oh, the box. Yes, well, we managed to get it open.
And?
Absolutely sod all.
Mr. Garwood said he'd be with you in just a moment. There is a no smoking sign, actually. Sorry.
Mrs. Uphill, do come through. You must be worried sick. I'm so sorry.
I need some money.
Yes, of course.
£2,000.
But Linda, your account is nothing like.
I want £2,000, Ronald, and I want it now. And I don't want you to ask why. And I don't want anyone other than you and me to know about it.
But how could the assistant manager, Linda? I can't.
I want that money, Ronald. And unless I get it, I shall speak to that fiancé that you've had for the past 10 years. And I shall tell her how you spend your Thursday dinner times. Because I'm at my wit's end. I mean it, Ronald. I really mean it.
I mean, God knows what time I'll get off. Apart from anything else, I've still got to help him falsify his crime returns. Maybe we should give it a miss, eh?
Just come on.
Morning, Jack. I'll give you a ring.
No need. Just come on. See you later.
Yeah, see you.
Sir?
So, what's he doing with an empty steel box handcuffed to his wrist?
Well, maybe what was in it had already been delivered.
Then why have it still chained to his wrist? And why lock it up again? No, son, this one has got complications. Well, don't be worried about it. You sit there eating your donut nice and slowly so you don't get an ulcer. Meanwhile, I will go and play Mr. Plod, the policeman.
Jack?
She's a nice girl, WPC, Wallace. She's bright, too. Don't mess her about, son. Heard about my skeleton, have you?
Yeah, we get all the cushy ones.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Did you have it involved the police?
No.
Because if you have,
And I swear it, please.
you'll get your instructions later today.
Is she all right? Tell me she's all right, please.
Later today.
Hello, Mr. Powell. How are you?
Oh, it's Mrs. Do forgive me.
Mrs. Fisher.
Yes, of course, Mrs. Fisher.
How's Mrs. Powell?
Not very good, I'm afraid. In fact, she's deteriorated a great deal since you. I'm waiting for her now. She's having a weekly visit.
Have they told you anything?
No, only that they're taking her in. Why do they bother? For God's sake, she's riddled with this stuff. I mean, why do they bother? I can't stand around here all day. I just can't. I mean, what do they expect?
It's not what they want, Jack. It's what you want.
Mr. Frost,
Yeah.
telephone.
Mr. My game is all an excuse.
Well, he's cleaned up very nicely, I must say.
What? Oh, yes, his mother would be proud of him.
Have a look at this. Now, this wasn't broken or chewed off by animals. It was deliberately hacked off with something like an axe.
Before or after death?
This I can only surmise, but I'd hazard shortly after death, before serious decomposition took place. My guess is that the arm was severed in order to remove the chain.
Yeah, but it was still on the arm.
Well, it was supposed that whoever chopped it too high up and wouldn't have been able to slide the wristband over the severed end. The victim was probably fleshy, a little fat. Try dragging your wristwatch up your arm. You'll find it gets stuck halfway.
Why cut off the arm to remove a locked and empty box?
You're the detective, not I. Which is why I'm surprised you haven't commented on the best bit.
Good God.
And this is the perpetrator. A pistol bullet. We found it inside the skull with all the dirt. Anything else, I should of course advise you. How's Chief Inspector Allen, by the way? I was very sorry to hear of his illness.
Not half as sorry as I am.
I'd like to speak to the officer in charge of looking for the missing girl, Tracy Uphill. Just tell him her mother withdrew a large sum of...
Mr. Hudson would like to see you, Mr. Garwood.
All they could say was it was aged between 35 and 40, height 5'9", 5'10". Extensive dental work, that might give us something. Well, his left leg had been broken about 5 years before he died.
Anything they could tell you about the security box?
Mm-hmm. It was very strong and obviously specially made for the job. Sort of thing security firms use to cart large sums of money about. They managed to get the maker's name off the lock, which was Smith & Curtis. They used to specialise in safes and strong boxes and so on.
Yes.
Yes, they went out of business in 1969. Anyway, I've got records digging up all the missing persons between 1955 and 61, but that might take a bit of time, so I've had to work with the local press to see if they can come up with something. Alternatively, I could always stick him back in the ground and dig him up when things get a bit slack.
Hello? No.
You know the creek ground on the old common?
Yes.
There's a telephone box just past the crossroads. It needs a look. Put the money in your bag and walk there. Wait by the phone box until I call with further instructions.
You're right, Tracy, love. What am I doing messing about with a load of old bones when you're God knows where? And what am I going to tell your mum? Doing our best. It'll really perk her up. I've got to tell her something, that's for sure. Don't give me any more of that stuff. Just burn it.
What'd you make of that phone call?
What phone call?
There's a note on your desk here somewhere.
What did it say, this note?
Here we go. Called him to talk to you about the missing girl. Wouldn't leave his name. Just said, tell him her mother withdrew a large sum. Then he rang off.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
He's been sitting around here for God knows how long. If you clean up that mess once in a while, you might be able to find something. A bit of paper, if not the key.
He's quite right, of course.
Hello? Yes. Yes, he's here. Your friend, Sandy Longford.
Oh, yes.
So, I'll go through the files as requested. And what I turn up, thank you very much, is the best story I've had in years, which I have incidentally already sold the days.
Cheers.
Of course, you and I were still in short pants. 1961. Let me see, Kennedy elected, Gagarin first man in space, Berlin Wall went up.
Yeah, Tottenham did the double beat and left the City 2-0 in the cup final. Come on, Sandy, let's have it.
Felton was a cashier working for the Eastern Counties Bank on the old High Street. 26th of January 1961, he left Denton by a car driven by a junior clerk, Ronald Garwood. Destination, their sub-branch in Exley, 7 miles away, to deliver £40,000 locked in a case chained to Felton's wrist. Ron never arrived. He's found in the side road, well away from the route it should have taken. Garwood is found unconscious. So badly beaten about the head, he still has no memory of what happened. Felton, the 40,000 were never seen again.
Any next to kin?
His wife remarried, a Yank, none of the family.
You said this, what's his name, Garwood, still has no memory.
He's back at the bank, assistant manager. Spoke to him only half an hour ago. As you can imagine, he was quite surprised. Oh, I tried to get a statement from the bank manager, but he wasn't having any. So, looks as though I owe you a favour. You have a bloody good mind to buy you a curry. Editor. Yeah, he is.
I've got to go home.
Tomorrow, Linda, love. You can go home tomorrow.
No, I've got to go now. I said I'd be there when he phones again. I mean, that was the bargain. She might even be there waiting. She's waiting.
They found her bag.
And?
Empty.
The 2,000 you mean?
Well, everything. The bastard. Why the hell didn't she tell us?
Because she was afraid, that's why.
Stupid one like
Yeah, well, not everyone's got your brain power, have they, Constable? Depending, you leave it in neutral most of the time.
What you want to know? Someone just phoned for her. You wouldn't leave his name.
What do you want?
You wanted to know if we were keeping her in.
You said yes.
Yes.
Get yourself another body and you go and sit outside her house. Thank you.
Well, what are we after?
Kidnapper, my arse. What sort of kidnapper nicks a woman's small change and her front door keys? I'll tell you the sort. A nasty little toe rag who knows the place is going to be empty. So not content with the 2,000, he's going to pop in there and nick whatever else is going. The cheaper they are, the greedier they are. Greed, my son, is the biggest mistake of the lot. Now you let him get in there. You catch him on the way out when he's got his hands full. And And when you've got him, you give me a shout here. I'll be here in Churchill Ward. Yeah, but no, don't ask any questions. Pop it.
Well, what did he say to you? Oh, I see. Well, perhaps I should have done the same. I'm afraid he caught me unawares, which is, of course, what they're trying to do, these people. And I suppose we shall have the police asking all their stupid questions again. Though God only knows what use it is, and quite frankly, the last... Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. Good night.
Smoke, drink, you name it, I abused it.
Get away.
And then one morning I woke up and I said to myself, Howard, what are you doing?
What do you want?
What are you doing?
Oh, right.
I mean, in terms of my body.
Oh, yeah. Got him?
In the nick. I'm sorry to hear your wife so ill, Gov. He told me downstairs. I mean, I didn't know.
No reason why you should. No. Come on. Let's go. And it was when I was leaving the house that the officers arrested me. What happened to Mrs. Uphill was an accident. I didn't mean her no harm. I just saw it as a way of making easy money. Okay? Okay. If you'd just like to sign that for me there and there, please, Mr. Brennan. Time is 23:45. The interview with Darren Brennan is concluded. Thank you. I don't know about the I didn't mean her no harm bit. I've been glancing through your form. You not being a local, I haven't had the pleasure of your previous acquaintance. Or acquaintance with your previous, perhaps I should have said. But doing women no harm doesn't seem to form a major part of your philosophy.
They wind me up.
Oh, I know what you mean, Mr. Brennan, I know what you mean. Women were only put on this earth so us big macho men can give them a right hander now and again. What else? Make sure that scumbag Brennan gets a decent night's kit, because I'm going to throw the bloody book at him tomorrow. First thing tomorrow morning, get onto the bank and make an appointment to see this Garwood bloke.
Right.
Where are you going?
Oh, home. Have you done those crime returns yet?
Well, get on with them then. I'm sorry, son, I'm feeling a bit low tonight. Come on, Bobo's time. You look half dead. Tell him to pick me up outside the hospital in 20 minutes.
Good morning.
Oh, hi.
Everything all right?
No change.
Well, when they told me you were here,
Do you know the truth? Couldn't stand being in that house on my own.
you involved in the skeleton thing?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, just finding him like that after all this time.
Well, can't keep anything hidden. Not forever. Just you remember that.
I know Mr. Powell. Funny enough, I saw him here only yesterday.
Huh? Oh, well, the bloke was bank manager, right?
I nursed his wife for a while, till she went completely. And Alzheimer's. He's the only one to let near her. 24 hours a day. How he manages, I have no idea. Patience of a saint.
Oh, sorry.
Stay there, darling. I'm just bringing your tea.
Morning, Doc.
Is it?
I phoned the bank. Garwood isn't in today.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Right, thanks very much.
He's usually out of the house half 8 on the dot.
What about last night?
Well, they were out till gone 12, but they noticed that all his lights were still on.
Yeah, they still are. So he's not at work, he's not answering the phone. Car's still in the drive. He hasn't taken the paper in. So, looks like I'm going to have to shove you and your brand new suit through the window.
Thank you.
Yeah. Waste not, want not. Don't drip blood over the man's nice clean floor, there's a good boy.
Go.
In here.
Looks like he's been turned over.
Yes, him and me both.
Well, he was shot at a distance of a few feet. Bullets lodged in the skull somewhere. I'll fish it out for you when I do the autopsy. He'd have fallen back, hit his head on this table. Not that he'd have felt it. He was dead before he hit the floor.
Some people have all the luck. Rough time?
Speculation again, but I'd say between 8 and 10 last night. I'll be more precise after the post-mortem. Quite a busy period for you, Inspector.
Yes, so far this week I'm averaging a body a day. How are you feeling?
Better now, Carl. Sorry.
That's all right. To your credit, you've still got some decent revulsion left in you. A couple of years from now, you'll be flicking your butts in the socket like the rest of us. Well, what do you reckon? Eh? Someone carrying a gun. This is heavy stuff, son.
Well, Garwood's the assistant bank manager. The chances are he could be holding the keys to the vaults.
Good thought, Clive.
Thanks, Garwood.
Get onto the bank.
Right.
Oh, and while you're on, ask them if they had a robbery last night. And if they had, why the hell didn't they bother to tell us?
You sure you'll be all right? Are you sure you don't want to? Be all right, I promise you. If he didn't take her, where is she?
Well, the long and short of it is, this one gets it the day after we dig up his long-lost friend. Now, this could be a coincidence, but from where I'm leaning, it looks like we've got ourselves two sides of the infernal triangle.
What's your next step?
Oh, same as always, go out and ask a lot of silly questions and hope we might get a few not so silly answers.
What about the girl?
Oh, Tracy, yes, I mustn't forget little Tracy Muscle. Well, so far, she's been seen in London, Cornwall, and Dover. She's been seen on a lorry heading up the M1, in a cafe in Leeds with two Pakistanis and a Chinaman, outside a cinema in Bromley with a bloke in a crash on it, everywhere except here in Denton. I'll extend the search area tomorrow, but if we don't get a break soon, it's not looking good.
Yes, well, I've got to go to this damn civic lunch.
Yes, I don't want to spoil your appetite by you sitting there worrying. Just dwell on the thought. In a couple of weeks' time, Detective Inspector Allen will be back, which means the girl will be miraculously found alive and well. The skeleton will walk into the nick, bringing with it the missing £40,000 and brandishing a signed confession to the murder of Garwood. Rain will stop, poverty will vanish, and peace will break out all over the world. In the meantime, yours truly will attempt to stick his finger up the dike as per. Have a nice lunch, sir.
It's not much of a place for a retired bank manager.
Don't mention Garwood until I'm ready, right?
Right. I've been expecting you. Ever since I read about it in the paper this morning. Poor Felton. Of course, everyone is convinced that he's absconded with the money. Even myself, I'm afraid.
How well do you remember the day of the robbery, Mr. Howell?
I remember it very clearly.
It could help if you would tell us about it, sir.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Just after I returned home from the bank, I was telephoned by Stephen Harrington, manager of our Exley branch. He wanted to know if we could help him out with a large cash transfer the following day.
The 40,000. Apart from yourself and the manager at
Exley.
Exley, who else knew about the transfer?
Only Felton and Garwood, the two clerks who would be making the delivery.
How many sets of keys were there to the security box?
2. I had one set, and Harrington at Exley the other. I personally checked the money into the box, secured the chain to Felton's wrist, told them to wait in my office until 12:30, and then left for my appointment.
Appointment?
The funeral, Mrs. Kingsley?
One of our largest private accounts, and a dear personal friend. There was no way I could miss paying my last respects. I returned from the funeral a little after 2 o'clock. Telephoned Harrington, who told me that the money had not arrived. I immediately informed the police, and the car and young Garwood were found in a lane just off the main Denton Road. The police asked me to check that I still had the keys to the security box. I opened the safe in my office where I put them, and they were not there.
Did Felton have a key to your safe, sir?
Yes, he did. Well, young Garwood can confirm all this, of course. Presumably you will be speaking to him.
I thought Mr. Garwood had no memory of that day.
Oh, only as I understand it from the time he was struck on the head. He can most certainly corroborate events prior to that.
I doubt it, sir. Last night someone put a bullet through his brain, just like they did poor Mr. Felton.
It's all right, my darling. I'm coming.
Where did you go? You went away. You know I don't like you going away.
Oh, well, you were asleep, my darling. Come on now.
Why are those men here?
They've come to see how you are, my darling. You must go now. She gets very nervous. It isn't her fault, you understand. Now, why don't we read your book?
Where to end up, eh, Gov? A room. Like a flipping museum. All those photographs. I suppose it must have been their son. Pride and joy by the look of it.
What?
Pride and joy. The son.
Yes. I suppose so. You're dead, aren't you, Tracy, love?
There's always hope.
There's always hope. So either Felton was working on his own and he was turned over afterwards, or he was working with an accomplice and they fell out.
So, to have the motive and the opportunity.
Well, apart from Harrington over at Exley, who died 4 years ago, 3 people knew that money was leaving the bank. Now Felton and Garwood are dead, so that leaves old man Power. If he did end up with the 40,000, judging by the way he lives, he hasn't done much with it. Hey? Oh, right. Not unless he needed it for something else. Frost.
Ah,
Yes.
how are you finding things here?
Fine things.
Yeah.
No problems?
No, sir.
Yeah. Thanks. That was the Jolly Ballistic Boys. Have you got those bags I gave you?
No.
Don't lie to me, give me one. They say that the bullet that killed Garwood last night was fired from the same gun that killed Felton 30 years ago. They suggest it might be significant.
You mean they were both killed by the same person?
No, by the same gun. What did you give me this for, eh? Johnny, what have we got?
No, I'll do that, sir. Yes, sir. By the way, sir.
The other night I sat there. All night I sat there. Trying to feel something. She was my wife and she was dying and I couldn't feel anything for her. Things started to go wrong for us, God knows how many years ago. When we found out she couldn't have kids, she just changed. We changed. She suddenly became all house proud. Everything had to be clean and neat and tidy. Well, you wanted to take one look at me. On my job. I'm a street copper, that's where I belong. That wasn't good enough for her now. She wanted me to go for a promotion, to be ambitious, to make something of myself. She wanted something to be proud of, you see. And the poor cow got was me. She came to despise me in the end. I know she did. I used to dread going home. to see that look of disappointment in her face. So I stopped going home. You know, it was any excuse. Anyway, I met someone else. When don't you? I made up my mind to leave her. On the very day I plucked up courage to tell her, the doctor phoned me at the station. She got cancer. 18 months to live, so they're in. And she always had trouble with her stomach, she was nerves and nothing along. Anyway, she wanted to know if she thought she could cope. She went to pieces. She clung to me for the first time in years, her whole body shaking. You will look after me, Billy. You will look after me, Billy. You look after me, won't you? I said, of course I'll look after you. Of course I'll stay and take care of you. I went out and I got so drunk. I was still drunk when the call came through about this nutter with a gun. And before they could stop me, I was moving in on him. Do you know what I was thinking? All I was thinking was, go on, you bugger, shoot me. Because I don't give a damn one way or the other. And for this act of outstanding heroism, I got a medal. I know it was the happiest day of her life, you know. She was standing next to me in my top out of Buckingham Palace. At last, I'd done something to make her proud of me. And I wasn't even there when she died. She was like that. You even let me down on that, Billy. I can't trust you to do anything.
I've got a copy of the medical reports on the caretaker, Albert Barrow. Remember, Guff? He went missing shortly after the robbery. The doctor says that although Barrow broke his leg some 19 months previously, there's no reason why she interfered with the efficient performance of his caretaker duties. His left leg, same as the skeleton. So it might not be felt wrong, or it might be this guy Barrow. I mean, although it's your dead doctor, he can certainly put a different slant on things, right?
Look, I've got a couple of things to do. You stay and have a cup of tea or something. I'll be back here in an hour. What time was this?
Be about 7. Just before I found you.
Tell me about the son.
Oh, it's hearsay, mind, but straight out of the deep blue sea by all accounts. Went to the RAF, left in something of a hurry. Bit of a scandal about a mess bill or something. Started a vintage car business, that went down the pan. Started up something else, ditto. Thought you, he's got more creditors and this has got bones.
So, £40,000 might have got him out of a lot of trouble.
Might have done. Trouble is, the robbery was in 1961, and he threw himself under a train in 1957. Sorry, Jack. Not your day, is it?
No, not my day at all. Wait here till I need you. The editor told me that he'd spoken to Mr. Garwood and the bank manager, who'd refused to give him an interview. At the time, I thought he meant the present bank manager, Mr. Hudson. But now, of course, I realise that he meant you, Mr. Powell. That means that you knew that Felton's body had been found before Garwood had been murdered. But you told me the first you knew of it was when you read about it in the morning paper. That is, after Garwood's death. You lied, Mr. Powell. You lied. Because you killed them. Didn't you? Let me speak to your wife.
No, my wife knows nothing of this.
I'd like to talk to her. Have you still got the gun, sir?
Yes.
I think that you ought to give it to me. Don't you?
What happens now?
I must ask you to come with me.
No. I can't allow that.
I've already got one medal, Mr. Powell. I don't need another.
Hmm?
Don't?
It's because the box was empty.
That's how you know, isn't it?
Something like that, yes.
I knew, you see. I knew as soon as you found him. My son. Had so many grandiose ideas. He thought he was so clever, you see. But the scum that he mixed with were far cleverer. They took him for thousands. In order to get himself out of trouble, he misappropriated some £25,000 of his client's money.
It's a lot of money in those days.
A fortune. He came to me, not for the first time, begging for help. How could I refuse him? My son, the light of his mother's life. For some time I've been handling the financial affairs of an old lady called Mrs. Kingsley. It's close on £250,000 lying untouched in her deposit account. She trusted me implicitly. Getting the £25,000 was not difficult.
No, it wasn't too honest either, was it?
He would have gone to prison, I couldn't allow that. His mother idolised him. To this day, she's no idea how much pain he caused.
So you fiddled the old lady's books?
I had every intention of paying her back, every last penny. A month later, he wanted more. This time I said no. He begged, but I remained firm. This time he'd have to find his own way out of the mess he'd made of his life. He went to London, wrote me a note, and killed himself. His mother... His mother was left completely broken.
And you were left to account for the £25,000 you'd stolen?
As long as the old lady was alive, I had breathing space. For 2 years I lived on my nerves, repaying what money I could, terrified that my wife wouldn't. Then in quick succession I received 2 body blows. Felton, my chief clerk, found out about the money and began blackmailing me, threatening to tell my wife, whose health was already. And the news I've been dreading. The old lady died. Only a matter of time before my deception was uncovered. And then, out of the blue, apparent salvation, I was asked to transfer the money to the Exley branch. When I informed Felton that he was to act as courier, he immediately saw it as a way for me to pay back the stolen money and for him to pocket the rest. We would arrange for a fake robbery to take place. I would slip away from the funeral and set up an obstruction in the road. When young Garwood stopped the car, Felton would knock him unconscious. When he came round, Felton would tell of a masked man with a gun who'd coshed them both. Meantime, I would return to the funeral, throwing away the open and empty box for the police to find later.
And the money? The 40,000?
The money was in the last place as anyone would think of looking for it. It never left my office. The box was empty the whole time.
So the police would be looking for an armed man with a sack full of money and find neither because they were non-existent. Oh, that is clever. But something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
He's all right. He's all right! The windscreen! Shoot the bloody windscreen! The keys. Unlock the bloody case!
I changed into my dark suit before going to the funeral. In doing so, I'd placed the keys on top of my filing cabinet. They were still there.
Bloody old fool! Patton!
There was only one thing left for me. To make it appear that the robbery had taken place, and that Felton was involved. I took the keys from where I'd left them. To make it appear that Felton had taken them. On my way home, I threw them away. And it was completely dark. I took him to the woods and buried him. It's only then that I realized what I'd done, throwing away the keys before putting the money back into the box. How could I explain it if the body were found and the box cut open and revealed to be empty? I went back with a spade and an axe. I severed his arm. The flesh was swollen. The chain wouldn't move. I dug another hole. And when I returned home, I scrubbed my hands until they bled.
At a pinch, I might just understand how you came to kill Felton, but killing Garwood...
I knew you would question Garwood. And if there was the chance, just the slightest chance that he would... See, I love my wife very much, Inspector. And she needs me, you see. On the other hand, she trusts. She depends on me entirely. Without me, she couldn't exist. And if I were to be taken from her, I didn't want to kill God. But it was his life.
Duff? You all right?
Mr. and Mrs. Gerald Powell shot her, then shot himself. Sort of one-sided suicide pact. The newspapers are going to love it.
What's happening? Is the pathologist having him?
No, straight to the morgue.
I mean, I'll have to inform the next of kin.
There is no next of kin. Oh, an old Jack with a thumb on the box, so I stay out of his way when he gets back.
You all right, Cup?
Yeah, I'm all right. Broke the door down, did you?
Yeah. Well, I thought you were in trouble.
Yeah, it was a bit daft, wasn't it? You could have got your ruddy head blown off.
You must have been rather twist, poor old sod.
No. We just loved her. Not today, thank you. Oh, right. Kit.
Drop to the eye frost. Are you reading me, please?
Yes, what is it? Don't tell me you found someone else with a bullet in his bonds.
No, Jack. We found the girl.
She's all right, Linda. She's all right. She was just left outside casualty. Sedated and wrapped in a blanket. There's no evidence of any kind of assault. Apart from the bang on the head, she's fine. I'll see if I can get them to get you a cup of tea, all right?
Miss Frost?
You all right, Cub? Seem to spend half my rotten life in this hospital. Let's get out of here, go and get some decent petrol fumes down our lungs for God's sake. What's this?
Well, it's just a blanket and the clothes she was wearing.
No, this. Cat's hair. You're covered in it.
Go.
Yeah. Where are they? Oh, cats. Annie? What happened, Annie?
Children, they come here. They torment me. Throw stones, break windows. Call me witch. Last Sunday, she come. The girl. She see me and call me filthy names. Where do children learn such words? I find it best to say nothing. They get bored. They go away. But this one, she keep on and on. And then she throws stones. My kitten was outside. My lovely white kitten. She hits it. It cry with pain. And suddenly I am so angry. Angry for all those years. And I'm taking up a stone and I'm throwing it. And she falls. And when I see what I have done, I'm frightened. I hide her. And stop the blood. And give her medicine for to sleep. But I know she need doctor. And I take her to hospital. I know she tell you. I know you can. I know I must be punished.
Go.
If I am not here, who care for them? Who look after them?
Of course, the irony of it all is, if the girl's mother had been 20 minutes earlier, that body would probably remain in those woods for another 30 years.
It's the first thing that struck me, sir. It's the irony of it all. I remember saying to D.C. Barnard as they carted Powell and his wife off to the morgue, how ironic, I said. If you'll excuse me, sir, I have some paperwork to clear up.
I was really very sorry to hear about your wife. If there's anything I can do.
Thank you.
Oh, and you'd better get onto the social services people.
What for, sir?
A mother lets her young daughter run the streets while she uses the home for prostitution. Come on now, Jack.
But that means they might take the kid away from her.
That's for them to decide.
She loves that kid.
It's called care and protection.
Well, I suppose someone's got to pay for that bloody helicopter, haven't they, sir?
And you will let me have your reports in writing, won't you?
Take the car, and I'll see you in the morning. All right, come. Have an eye in tomorrow. Pick me up 8:30.
Go.
Go on.